Previously on Burning Edge.
After witnessing the murder of the men they were supposed to protect and finding themselves on the run from their former employer, the team went in search of someone that might be able to help them, as well as some stiff drinks to steal their nerves. They met two of Deuce's buddies. Trax, the dwarf bartender, served them plenty of whiskey, while Flash, the orc fixer, tried to set them up with who they should talk to next. He set up meetings with Slide, a fixer with better connections than him, to try and get their sins burned, as well as with Switchblade, a street doc that should be able to dig the cranial bomb out of Kat's head without leaving her a vegetable. Oh, and they blew off some steam while watching the Urban Brawl game. The group has split up. Micah is going to talk to one of her contacts. We now join the rest of the team as they make their way for a little light midnight surgery.
Since you're not dead, I brought you a bunny.
Thanks, Kat.
You're welcome.
Deuce will reach out and pat her on the head.
You...
The address that Flash gave you was for it looks like an alley, maybe 4 or 5 blocks away. The alley itself is too small for the van to make it down.
Deuce,
Yeah, Kat?
are we gonna have to do him favors?
Probably.
Sir Garrow said I'm good at favors.
Not those kind.
Okay.
Not anymore, Kat.
Really?
Yep, you're done with that.
She smiles.
We got to go see this guy. He's gonna hopefully help you with that thing that's in your head.
I have a headache.
I bet you do.
Let's go.
So you walk down the alley. There's dumpsters on either side. One of them, typical residential garbage.
Catherine whimpers and covers her nose.
Yeah, sucks to be able to smell real well, doesn't it?
Cassandra is also unfortunately grimacing and covering her nose.
While you're passing that one, you start to smell something even worse. I don't know how much any of your characters have been around decomposing human flesh, but that is the next smell that assaults your nostrils. The next dumpster that you go by has biohazard signs on the outside. It's locked, but the smell that is emanating from there is quite strong. There's a door a little bit down, not enough to be out of range of smell. For those of you that don't have super smell, you're mostly okay. Or those of you that have been in the military and that have probably smelled this sort of stench in the past are probably okay. Those of you with special smell might be screwed.
This alleyway, is it a dead end or?
Yeah.
It is, okay.
Yeah, perfect place for an ambush.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
So I assume Cassandra would still be in her security mindset and would probably be counting exits and that sort of thing.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Deuce is gonna look at Cassandra and say, so how many did you count?
Not enough.
He does the same thing.
So you come up to a door. It's heavily armored. It's got some pretty obvious hardened armored camera. And there is a button on the door. No labels.
Before pushing...
Catherine rushes forward and pushes the button.
A little bit later, it beeps. Yeah? Hello?
We're looking
Hello.
for Switchblade.
Switchblade. Well, I am and will be. We are Switchblade. Who's asking?
I was told to tell you Paradox.
The door buzzes and opens.
Before going in, Deuce pulls up the information on his Ares predators that are underneath his jacket, making sure that they are armed and active.
Sure.
Cassandra, meanwhile, is checking her duffel, checking over the shotgun that is inside of it.
I have guns too.
Yes, Kat, that's good.
They're about.
I can't believe it's a good thing she's drunk.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
So the alley is silent. You hear some crows flying overhead. You just hear the sound of their wings. The door is about half an inch open.
Catherine is watching the crows.
And with that, Deuce will open the door and go in.
You're olfactory nerves are immediately assaulted by what can only be described as hospital stank. The smell of antiseptic, cleaning agents, all of that. The place is almost entirely white. The place is just absolutely immaculate. Down at the end of, there's like stairs that go down, and at the end of it, there's a guy in a white lab coat, older guy, maybe mid-70s, steel blue eyes, blue suit jacket underneath a hospital lab coat. Right this way.
Okay.
So, what are who hold on. We are and are will be happy that y'all are here. Who what can we do for you?
Well,
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We are and will be and will always be very in your debt for making this acquaintance, ma'am. And he kind of gives you a head nod, not offering a hand because he's probably just washed it.
what are your qualifications on removing unwanted cyberware from particular locations?
I have a leash.
So the other day, me and Steven Jr. were no, not Steven Jr. Nope. You need something removed. Switchblade can make it happen. We yeah. What kind of how big is the cyberware? And he looks over at Cat's arm. Is that arm bothering you?
Cassandra waves a hand kind of in front of him, between him and Cat, and taps at the back of her own skull to kind of give him the implication of where it is before she points at Cat. And then she mouths out, "Bomb."
He looks over at Deuce like,
No,
the wired,
no, no,
reflex and the wire,
no, not that either.
those
No.
are hard to get out.
That's not what we're here for.
The muscles.
No, not those.
There's a bomb on my spine.
That's what we're here.
And with that, like all the color drains from his face. Young kid, lady, come again?
She's got a cranial bomb.
It's on the top of my neck.
He swallows heavily. All right, get that room right. Second door to the left. Go in there right now. Lay down,
Okay.
face down on the table.
Cassandra starts leading her there. Even if she starts moving, she's helping guide.
And while they're walking away, Deuce will walk up to Switchblade and get very, very close before you even think about touching her. I want to know that you can absolutely guarantee you can handle this.
Sir, paradox is in effect.
Now, if you could just follow me right. Third door. No. Which room did I send her in?
Second room.
Just follow me, and we'll get this done. I've done this. I've done this before. Pulling wire reflexes out. I've done hundreds of times.
Funny, Cassandra?
Yes, Cat?
Did he eat nanobots? Is he gonna give me nanobots?
No, I think he's just like that.
Okay.
Walks around the door, goes to the sink and starts washing up, and then puts on some surgical gloves, and then puts on some more. Goes over to the autoclave and pulls out some sharp instruments. All right, now, do you have any? Are you now? Have you ever been, or will you ever be allergic to the stuff that I'm about to put into this anesthetic?
I don't know. I don't think so.
He kind of glances over at the other ones. Well, I guess it's showtime, and he jabs it into your shoulder, and Cat goes nighty night.
This feels funny. And then she's out.
So we can just leave now, right? And never have to think about her again?
JB, this is one of those times when I'm normally able to tolerate your specific brand of distasteful, to put it politely. This might be the kind of time that you might want to back off.
Understood.
Thank you. And Cassandra carefully moves her hand back out of her duffel bag.
Uh, s- so, you, gentlemen and, late bunny are welcome to stay here, but, you can't, and, you shouldn't, but you can if you want to, but you might kill, the patient. So if you could, wait out in the lobby, wait out in the lobby. We and she and us and all of us. I don't want to be trite, but we would really appreciate if you could give us some space to
Sterile workplace. Got it.
magic. And he pulls out a few scalpels and what looks like a Dremel tool.
Oh, at least he didn't whip out a pill, crack it open, and snort it.
Is there in the door or in the walls that touch this room, is there like a window or anything like that? Or is it just like an office room that's completely sealed off?
It's like a private office room where they may do surgery on people that don't want to be seen.
Okay,
It's not like a training operating theater.
sure.
It's more like a
Somebody converted a storage space and a bunch of connected storage units is what it sounds like to me.
exactly, except it's absolutely immaculate. So if y'all there's soft whiskey, no, soft drinks out in the little cool box out there. Not Steven Jr. No. There there's soft you can drink out there, but you need to leave like now.
Cassandra just gives him a salute and starts walking out halfway into that.
Deuce will make sure that JB leaves before him,
Yes, the unsanitary one needs to leave.
like holding on to like his shoulder or like almost the back of his neck, like walking him out.
You know what? I'm going to try to resist that. I'm going to try to be the last one to step out.
The grip gets tighter and tighter until he complies.
Wait, what do I need to roll to resist this?
Do an unarmed combat competition.
All right, what is that? What is that default to?
Agility, -1.
All right, so we have 10 dice for Deuce and 3 dice for...
And I'm
Ty
going
goes
to-
to lowest-
I'm
lowest
going
roll,
to
right?
edge that. Deuce walks out of the room and starts pacing immediately, like back and forth.
An hour passes. You don't hear any commotion or anything from inside the operating theater.
I am concerned. Shouldn't we be hearing screaming?
Is there anybody else in this facility?
Not that you've seen, no.
I'm probably nonstop asking both JB and Cassandra if they think everything is okay. Like, why is it taking so long?
It's probably taking so long because they have to get rid of the body.
JB, I swear to whatever god you happen to be believing in at this particular moment.
Can we get a auditory perception check?
That is 7 hits.
Thumper, you hear rather quietly, clearly through reinforced metal walls that, for whatever this building was made for. That's not. Is that supposed to? No, that's not supposed to. That's not supposed to happen.
Cassandra's ear will twitch, and she'll give a bit of a look towards that direction and frown a bit, but she doesn't otherwise speak up or make any sort of motion.
I think you're all kind of a little bit on edge. You know, you've got a friend on the operating table. Thumper's body language definitely might give some, unless Thumper's actively trying to hide it.
She's not actively trying to hide it, but she's not raising a fuss because it's like, this is the only dude we can talk to.
What is it, Cass?
He's muttering.
What is he muttering?
Something about what is and is not supposed to be happening, but God, the guy talks like that all the time. I can't tell if he's screwing up or if this is just a moment of him wondering about what his hands are doing. There's no one else we can talk to, though, so I'm not sure what we can even do about it.
Do you think you could listen a little closer and find out?
Fine, I will listen
Not
closer, but you
you,
could try to.
JB.
What? I thought everyone is always
You
speaking to
don't
me.
have the big giant ears.
Cassandra takes a deep breath, sighs, stands up, and at this point you notice that there's been a steady thumping that has just stopped as soon as she's having to use her legs. And she walks over closer to the door to that hallway and leans up against the wall next to the door and angles her ears to keep listening in.
You hear a loud chunk as the door unlocks and opens. You're closer than,
How's the bomb?
well, I thought her name, you're talking about, the young lady? She's fine. Might have a little twitch. Most like,
Might?
there,
What do you mean, might?
there were some complications, but Stephen Jr. No, not Stephen Jr. They were taken care of. I think I'm not 94% sure that she'll be 70% effective after this. 80%.
If she is not perfect, minus a bomb that was in the back of her head, your
bomb.
body will
Bomb.
be dismembered in the dumpster upstairs.
What do you mean, not bomb?
About that time, you hear there's a very, very loud thud. And he looks over at there's like a metal safe, and what looks like it used to be a cube is now more kind of like a D8. Kind of all the sides are blown out. And he looks back and he's like, the bomb, and pulls off his medical gloves and takes off his apron and goes back to the sink to start washing his hands again. Payment.
Is she closed back up?
Yeah, she's got like the medical, the glue, and then like a bandage across it. Yeah, she should wake up in 15-20 minutes with one hell of a headache. As a medical professional, I can't actually recommend that she continue doing what I didn't know she had done before, but whiskey is going to make her feel better. Also, and he fishes down in his pocket and pulls out an unmarked one of those little brown bottles with the white cap of medical things that normally have the label on them. He pulls one of those out and he's like, have her take 2 of these and do not call me in the morning. And he hands you a bottle, and as you look into it, like literally every pill in it is completely different. Like some of them are red, some of them are blue, some are tiny little green pills.
Ah, it's the sampler.
Which 2?
And
And he'll like shake the bottle.
he kind of squints at it and he's like, he grabs it back and reaches into his other pocket and pulls out a different bottle, and it's got like 4 identical pills. And he's like, oh yeah, take 2 of these. She'll be fine-ish tomorrow. I suggest some Johnny Walker Blue on the rocks. You want a little of that water because she needs to hydrate. But yeah. And then he kind of leans in close to Deuce.
Operation Paradox. We're good.
And so I think your contact has taken care of payment. So as Stephen Jr. will see you on the way out. Not Stephen Jr. We don't have any follow-up appointments. So I think we are, and we will be good. If there's nothing else, I have some paperwork to attend to and a new and he kind of glances over at the safe. I need to get a new one of those.
Thanks, Doc.
You are good morning to you.
Deuce will shake his head and walk past him and into the room where Cat is.
Cassandra just kind of closes her eyes and massages her brow between them, then wordlessly gets off the wall to go follow him.
A little bit later, Kat wakes up with one hell of a headache, as promised by Switchblade.
Ow.
Does she have a twitch or a nervous tick?
As far as you can see, she looks pretty good. Other than being a cat.
It hurts so bad.
Here, Cat, take a drink of this, and it is the whiskey, as recommended by the doctor.
She'll choke that down
Doctor's
again.
orders.
Hair of the dog.
This doesn't help.
It will.
Uh,
Just try to keep your eyes closed, Cat.
she'll close her eyes and lean against whoever's nearby.
Considering Cassandra was following, that will probably actually be Deuce.
I was going to say, I'm not sure JB is sanitary, even with the medical glue.
He's soft, though.
Oh, JP doesn't trust that this bomb has been removed. He is as far away as possible.
You heard it go off.
That could have been a firecracker, my friend. Jean-Baptiste, voiced by Jeff Elaine.
Hey, I'm Thumper, played by Quar.
Hi, I'm Jupiter Sanders, and I am the voice of Micah.
I am Tempest Error, and I play Catherine.
The character Deuce is voiced by Jake Ream.
The Topps Company Incorporated has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sounds, audio, video, and/or any proprietary material used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Incorporated has granted permission to Burning Edge to use such names, logos, artworks, marks, and/or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website and podcast, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with Burning Edge in any official capacity whatsoever.
I assume JB's stealing something.
Yes, you're hot.
JB already has the bottle of every pill. It's like, we're going to figure out that these were all people who used to work in the area or something with deep lore behind them. We're only going to hear their names at the end of their story arcs as we're pulling up various data threads.
Those are fantastic ideas. I can't wait to hear how it ends. JB, are you comfortable with that level of success? You do still have 2 things of edge.
Yeah, but I can't get the 5. Not possible.
I'm okay with you
It was
wasting
rigged.
edge.
No, it's rigged against me.
Yes, it is.
You're drunk, you're under anesthetics, and you've got a potentially crazy guy cutting on you.
Oh, did we tell her that she had some drinks before I gave her the anesthetic?
No, you ask about allergy.
Oh no.
Sixth World, there might be a Chinatown with awesome fireworks in every city.
Probably.
There is now.
Again, send those complaints to...
Exploding Cat at digitaldarkness.com. Wait, no, burning cat.
Now it's an exploding cat. We were trying to avoid that.
And possibly insane entity.
He seems stable to me.
I don't know if you're a good judge of character.
I'm the perfect judge of character.